Hello developers, welcome to day 3 of our 15 days object-oriented programming series. In the previous 2 sessions, we tried understanding what is a class, what is an object, and then how do you create the objects. So in this video, we'll try to understand how do we work with methods. So in our previous session, we tried understanding the behavior is nothing but the actions that you perform on the object. We declare those actions in the form of methods. So what is the definition of a method? By definition, a method is a set of statements to perform a particular task. So it's a very simple definition, right? Methods are very important because that is where you write your business logic. That is where you execute the code. Many freshers will get confused in creating these methods. So by definition, method is a set of statements to perform a task. So what do you mean by that? In your entire application, you have a lot of tasks to perform. And you break down that entire task into very small individual tasks. Now, each one of these tasks you want to accomplish, you'll write that inside a method. So this is what is the syntax of the method. So return type, method name, arguments, and then the method body. When you're declaring a method name, so this is how you identify what is this method is all about. Then within the curly braces, we write our business logic, nothing but the code, what that method performs. Now, depending upon the requirement, we may pass a data as an argument or we may not pass a data as an argument. And once a method performs some action, if you want to return some data, then you can mention that in the return type. Or if the method does not return anything, you have to mention that as void. So depending upon the combinations of return type, no return type, with arguments, without arguments, we have 4 different flavors of methods. The first one is without return type and without arguments. Second is without return type with arguments. Third one is with return type without arguments. And fourth one is with return type and then with arguments. Now let us try to understand how these methods are created and then how these methods are invoked to perform the particular task. Let us write some code to understand this better. Now within our product class, now let us try to create few methods. Now the first method I'm creating is display product info. Okay. So now I want to display the product info. So where I don't want to pass any data because I already have the data, and then I don't want to return anything because I'm just displaying it. So it will fall under first category. That is no return type, no parameters. Example, here I'm declaring it as void because I'm not returning any data. Now when you're creating a method name, you always need to follow the proper coding standard, that is camel case. Now here display product details and I'm not passing any data. Now I'm printing the values here. Now what is the ID? Just simply pass ID and then the name plus name. So here we don't use any reference because by default this is instance method. So which can access all the data of this instance variable. So now this is what is a variables, right? Which owned by instances. So this is called as instance variables. Now that's the reason when you're invoking this method on the instance, by default these properties refer to that particular instance only. That's why we don't need to mention any reference here. Now I'll say price is plus price, then S out quantity is equal to plus quantity. Now if I go to my main method, if I go to my main class, now here how you're displaying the properties, we were just writing this code. You see this is a duplication of code. Whenever you want to print the details of this, now we are writing that business logic inside a method. So now the displaying task, we just moved it into a method. So that is how you need to identify and then declare the methods. So now I don't need this. So what I do here, I'll just simply comment this part till here. And this also I don't need. So I'm now commenting this. Till here. And I'm also commenting this because this is completely a duplicate of code. So instead, I can just simply call product dot display product details. Now similarly, here after initializing, if you want to call, then I'll say product.display product details. Now for the second product, if I want to call, I just simply call this as product dot display product details. Now when I save this and run, it is going to give me the data for all this. This is what is before initializing, this is after initializing with product 1, and this is with the product. Now this way you can create the first flavor of the method. Now let us look at the other flavors. So depending upon this, you can both return type and then with parameters, so you can define different context. Now I'm just creating another flavor, that is last final one. You can write different kinds of methods depending upon your business requirement. Now here I'm writing double calculate final price by passing the float as a discount percentage. So now how do I calculate the discount? Now here I can say float or maybe double discount. Discount is equal to product into discount percentage divided by 100. So this will give me the discount price. Sorry, this is price into discount percentage. Now if I want to print discount here, I can write what is the discount price plus discount. And then the final price, if I want to calculate, so the final price is always going to be price minus discount, right? So I'm getting an error here because I need to return this as a double. So this anyways is calculated as a double. Now what I can do, I can just simply return this. Now, now if I want to invoke this, I'll go to my main and then I'll simply call product dot calculate final price. Now I'm passing 8.5f as a float data. So this will give me the final price. So now I'm printing this inside sout saying that final price after discount is plus, I'm just simply calling this inside my sout statement. So when I run this, now you're going to get the final price of the product. Okay, this is one. And then after this 8.5% discount, this is the final price that we got. So instead, if you want to simplify this, if you don't want to print what is a discount here, so simply what you can do is, you can simply write that in a single line saying return price minus price into discount percentage divided by 100. So this simply returns. If you don't want to print or if you don't want to store that in a variable and all the stuff, so this also works. So when I save it and then run my main class, so which is going to give me the same value, right? So similarly, if you want to call it on the other product, copy it. For product 2, just simply pass product 2 and give a different value here, 5.5, then run it. So you're going to get the final price after the discount of the product 2. This is what is a product 2 and this is what is a final price after the discount. So like that, you can create the methods which are very, very important based on your business need. You have to identify whether you need a return type, you don't need a return type, whether you need the data, you don't need the data. So whatever the class you created previously, try to create few methods and then call them and then mention how it worked for you in the comment section. If you like this video, please share this video with all your friends so that they also can get benefit from this. Let us all build a great developer community all together. See you in the next video.